Australian pig farmers are amongst the world's best. They focus on quality where it matters most, looking after the welfare of their pigs, meeting the needs of their customers, taking care of their environment and building sustainable businesses for themselves and their families. Being APIQ certified helps producers show to others that they are committed to these principles. APIQ offers 3 types of certification. APIQ certification, where pigs are primarily housed indoors. APIQ outdoor bred raised indoors on straw certification, where pigs are bred outdoors and young pigs raised indoors. And APIQ free range certification, where all pigs are outdoors all the time with access to shelter. There are also 2 optional certifications: gestation stall-free and customer specification culls for producers who wish to supply Coles supermarkets. Industry quality assurance was first established in 1997. Since then, it's been enhanced to help producers identify and manage risks in today's pig farms. Today, more than 90% of all sows in production in Australia are APIQ certified.
I keep all the paperwork anyhow, so it's just an extension of that. And the consumer wants an assurance that the meat they're eating is quality assured, and it's part of the process, really.
I think it keeps us on our toes too, that we're doing the right thing.
APIQ certification's important to our customers because they know that we're going to adhere to guidelines set by the industry regarding welfare, food safety and biosecurity.
For me, staff training is very important because if I can get them engaged in APIQ and they're empowered to really take it on, then APIQ is successful in our farm.
APIQ certification is important to many people and many organisations, for many and sometimes very different reasons. Consumers want to know that the pork they buy is wholesome, tastes great and is safe to eat. They're also interested in knowing that the pigs were well cared for by the farmer. In some cases, they're prepared to pay a little more because of it.
I'm really keen to support Australian pig farmers, so looking out for certified Australian pork and hence the logo is really important for me.
Pork bark means to me that it's Australian, it's of a good quality, it's by our Australian farmers and it's easy to cook.
Retailers and butchers want to be sure that the pork they sell meets their customers' expectations. They also want to be sure it's wholesome, tastes great, is safe to eat, and that the pigs were well cared for. They make claims to differentiate and sell more pork. And APIQ certification gives them the assurance that they need to back their claims.
Certified pork is important to people because of that reason. They want to know exactly where the pork's come from, that it really is certified and free-range pork.
First and foremost, we want to make sure that every product is safe to eat. That relies on quality assurance programs. Then with the consistency of the product, the quality, the eating quality, right through to the claims we make on how the animals are being reared.
Quality insurance to us is really important. It has to be there or you won't have customers.
Regulators want to support systems that help manage public risk, keeps the public safe, and encourages businesses to flourish. They sometimes have limited resources, so producers having industry QA helps them achieve these goals.
APIQ certification can be a useful tool to a farmer. I would say it's a management tool because the way the system is set out at the moment, it covers all aspects of production. So it gives you a framework at the very least to work around.
Producers want to sell more pork and build sustainable businesses that support their families and employees. They need to assure their customers that their pigs are properly cared for while they're looking after them and that they follow good agricultural practices, which means that their pork is safe to eat and tastes great.
When we first started selling into Melbourne, they were really keen on the certified APIQ, and I think that is because people in Melbourne probably don't know what farmers do, and they rely on an outside auditor coming in and making sure we're doing the right thing.
Internal audits are a critical part of our business to know that in between times when we're getting audited officially, we do our own audits to maintain all our record keeping and all our procedures are in place.
APIQ helps producers put systems in place to manage and show how they manage on-farm risks. It requires producers to document how things are done and then to record when key tasks are done, so they can verify their compliance to the standards and regulatory requirements. With their management practices document and systems in place, producers monitor their piggery's progress. They do this by conducting at least one internal audit each year and by having an external audit conducted by an independent auditor. Many producers conduct several internal audits to help them manage and improve their business. Just like a producer's equipment, their business systems and processes need frequent checking to ensure they are appropriate and functioning safely and efficiently. Failing to identify and manage risks can lead to loss of control and eventually to expensive losses, damage and fixes. That's where APIQ can help, because it's based on helping producers identify and manage risks and following good agricultural practices. It helps them build sustainable businesses. The APIQ standards undergo routine reviews by producers, working groups and panels of industry experts to ensure that APIQ certification keeps pace with consumer, retailer and producer requirements and expectations. That's why APIQ is the ultimate mark of quality assurance for Australian pig farmers. Consumers face dozens of choices every time they want to buy something at the store. The aim of the Australian pig industry is to persuade consumers to get pork on their fork more frequently. Laurie Tobin is a piggery quality assurance manager from Victoria. It's his job to make sure everyone in their system is following the systems and processes they have agreed to as best practice.
QA is very important to the company. It's the system, the quality assurance system that we're using to guarantee to our customers, our end customers, that the product they're eating is safe to eat and has been raised in a welfare-friendly environment and meets all of their requirements as well as the regulatory requirements.
Rob Cumine is responsible for all pork into Coles stores.
Here at Coles, we require all fresh pork to be APIQ certified. When you're APIQ certified, we're confident you know and manage your risks.
APIQ is Australia's own quality assurance program, specifically created by pig producers for pig producers. It works for piggeries of all types and sizes across Australia. APIQ certification tells customers that a producer follows good agricultural practices, that a producer meets industry standards for management, food safety, animal welfare, biosecurity, traceability, environment and transport, and that a producer complies with legislation around the use of gestation stalls. It tells consumers, retailers, butchers and other wholesalers that the pork is produced in Australia, that the producer has taken all necessary steps to ensure their pork is safe to eat, that your piggery is routinely audited by independent experts, that staff handling and caring for pigs are properly trained, that the pigs are well cared for, whether they're kept inside or outside, and that the producer is continually looking for ways to improve so they can keep supplying their customers with quality pork. So we've established that APIQ certification is good for pig farmers. It's good for the supermarkets, wholesalers, butchers and regulators, and it's good for consumers. But most of all, it's good for the pig producer and their pigs while in their care.